Welcome, YouTube and podcast frogs. We're back again for our end of the month fucking festivities, dude. And we're doing our live patron call-ins. This is for Platinum and Damascus patrons. The end of the month, the last Saturday of every month at 1 p.m. Pacific. If you're a Platinum or Damascus patron, you can call in and chat. Not really a Q&A kind of thing. You can ask us a question if you want. You can not. It doesn't matter. It's up to you guys, really. And we do it at the end of the month, each and every month. So, not many people in right now, which is fine. Hardish out at 3, so 2 hours. So, you know, say your piece, chat, but be mindful of other people and their time. We want to get through as many people, ideally everyone, that we can. So if you want to get in on this, patreon.com/thedropshot. One of the many benefits for the Platinum and Damascus boys. So without further ado, let's jump right the fuck in. And I believe you said we're starting with Dubfire.
It's called Dubbin, yep.
Who is going to give us an offer to not make this a Battlefield podcast soon. Dub, you're live on the air. How you doing, buddy? Dub is too old, and he doesn't know how Discord works. Cool, man. Dub, you have 5 seconds to figure it the fuck out, or we're moving on. 4, 3.
Wait, it's not this channel,
2?
is it?
Maybe.
Do we need to be in the guest channel? Dub, can you hear us?
4, 3, 2, see ya. All right, who was next?
Dope. Good start. We'll start with Dusty. He keeps complaining about his Verizon service, though, so we'll see.
Let's see.
We'll see how deep in the sticks he is
this afternoon.
Yeah.
Dusty, you're live on the air. You're not as old as Dub, so maybe you can figure it the fuck out. Dusty, are you here?
Maybe. I'm here.
What's up,
I'm in
dude?
someone's vehicle right now.
You're in someone's vehicle. That doesn't sound great. Maybe. Were you abducted?
No.
You were not abducted.
You sure you don't need help?
I don't need help.
Okay.
Whose vehicle are you in?
I am currently in my youth group leader's vehicle.
Okay. Got it. Cool. Where are you guys headed?
We're heading to even more of the middle of nowhere.
Ooh, guys doing a little
a youth group
retreat or what?
Well, sounds like a cabin in the woods where a horror film might play out. I don't know if I like where this is going. I have seen Cabin Fever, and I'm getting some Cabin Fever vibes. How scared for your life are you at this time, Dusty?
Not at all.
Okay, well maybe you're the killer then. Very interesting. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Chilling, dude. Waking up.
You guys going fishing, buddy?
No.
Doing a little bit of fishing? So you guys are just driving to the middle of nowhere?
Pretty much.
Is there a shovel? Is there a shovel in the trunk? Have you checked?
No, there's not one.
Okay,
No
good.
shovel.
Just making sure, Dusty. I'm just making sure you're all right, little guy. Okay, cool.
Well, yeah. So we will edit this out in case we get a call from your local police department.
Yeah. We had nothing to do with this. Yeah.
Were you able to make it to the last call-in, Dust?
Yes.
Nice.
Dusty, how's the PC life treating you now? Back on that PC game.
Oh, it's going great. It's going great. I'm getting like close to 200 frames when playing zombies.
Oh, nice. That's really good.
And yeah.
Because you you had a PC at one point, right? And then you sold it or something, or it broke, and then you were on console for a while, and now you're back on PC?
I had a gaming laptop. The SSD decided that it wanted to constantly continue freezing my PC.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, screw this, and bought a actual PC.
Nice, dude.
Interesting. Did you also go to KBAM, or
Oh,
Are you on
I
the
started
stick?
playing K-Bam on Xbox,
Oh
so of
wow,
course I'm on K-Bam.
huge.
God
And
King.
how long ago did you switch to KBAM?
About a month ago.
Okay, and how's that treating you?
Pretty good in Cold War, awful in Warzone.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
Do
more.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're doing better on the keys than you were on the sticks, or are you still trying to catch up?
I'm about around the same skill level on the keys as I was on the sticks.
Okay. Which do you enjoy doing more?
The keys,
The keys.
And why is that?
because there's something more satisfying about clicking the keyboard than it is on clicking on a controller, because I've just been doing it for so long.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is a.
That's yeah.
It
Go
is a
ahead.
little satisfying, isn't it? Listening to those keys just click, dude.
Just tickling the keys, dude.
Yeah.
The only
Yeah.
downside is I'm sure my keyboard will be broken in like 2 months because it's a Razer keyboard.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well.
yeah, you fucked up there, bud.
Yeah. Now, Dusty, have you tried Kovacs?
I have not.
Well, maybe
Are you
should give it a
familiar with
shot.
Kovacs?
I have heard of Kovacs before.
Kovacs is basically sponsors Team EXE, by the way. It's like a aim trainer, but it's a game. So you go on Steam, buy it. I think it's actually like $5. And you can set up your sensitivity so it's exactly the same as Call of Duty. And you can practice a bunch of shit. And it'll get you more used to aiming like precisely, and you can actually modify your technique and shit. It's actually super
Tracking.
helpful.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's better as a warm-up or if it's better for actually improving your aim in general. But especially if you're relatively new to keyboard and mouse, which you are, I think it would be a really good idea. And Young Max actually has a Kovacs playlist you can utilize, which I can
I'll
send
give
to
it a
you.
try.
Yeah, it's
My friend
worth.
Joey has Kovacs and he likes it.
Yeah, yeah,
It's for sure good if you like, yeah, if you're kind of newer and just switch, or especially if you're having issues in Warzone with like tracking and whatnot, that would help a lot for sure.
Oh, my tracking's fine. It's fine.
Your
Is
tracking
It's
it
is
not the
the
fine.
greatest,
clicking?
but it's fine.
Yeah. Tracking is
What's
usually the hardest, in my opinion, to master.
interesting? What do you find the most challenging on keyboard and mouse?
To not accidentally press the wrong key.
That happens a
Yeah,
lot. Dude,
yeah.
remember like months ago in Warzone, I would always, like, when somebody pushed me, I would get scared. I had to change my map button because I would always hit it on accident. Because default
What was
I,
it?
default is, what is it, tab or something? My finger
It
would
is
always
tab.
slip
I
from
don't ever
A.
click it.
Yeah, so my finger would always slip from A to tab, and I'd pull up my map and just lose gunfights. It took me, I lost 400 gunfights before I'm
Holy
like,
shit.
that's it. I think you were the one. You're like, dude, just bind it to something else that you'll never hit. And I'm like, cool.
It's caps lock by default. That's what it is. Map.
Oh, I
So
never.
that
I
must
Yeah,
be
never
what
use
you're
caps
doing.
lock,
caps
really.
lock. So then I bound it to M for map, of course. And so
Yes,
now it's
correct.
kind of a pain to press. 'Cause it's like I gotta put my dumb thumb all the way over on M. But it's better than accidentally clicking
Opening
it
it.
mid-fight
Yeah.
and losing gunfights all the time. Yeah.
Mine is tilde
True.
and M. Tilde, I never
Oh.
fat finger. Yeah,
That's
and it's on
wow.
toggle.
That'd be a really good button. I need to change it to that.
Yeah, I use tilde, and
There's
then
That's a
there's
lot
only
easier.
One button. There's only one button that I've changed, and that's my melee button. I set it to one of my side mouse buttons.
I would probably use a more important bind as a side mouse button, because you shouldn't be meleeing that often, especially now in Warzone. And those side mouse buttons are prime real estate. I have
don't like
mine
those
on
buttons.
slide
Oh, no, that
and on
I barely ever use
lethal.
my side mouse buttons.
Interesting. What
Yeah.
kind of mouse do you have?
What kind of mouse do I have?
Yeah.
It's some random mouse. I just went on Amazon and bought a mouse.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all I did.
Okay. You know what brand?
I think the brand's called like Red Dragon or something, but I don't care.
I've
I'm gonna
heard
get
of
a better
that.
mouse in the future.
Yeah. Okay.
Dope.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool, man.
I can't get used to those side mouse buttons. I don't know what it is. I just don't. I think also that goes back to like back when I started playing like Call of Duty 4 and shit, like with the toggle aim and everything that you don't like a lot of the mice back then, like there were no side buttons on them. They just didn't even have it. Or if they did, they were like very tiny and like weird to press and hard to press, so I just never got used to using them, and now I still don't use them. And I feel like they're uncomfortable, and I feel like they mess up my aim.
Yeah.
But it's like all the
I
good
never
players
used
use
the
those
mouse
buttons.
with side mouse buttons.
Yeah.
I never used the mouse of side mouse buttons until 2021.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It makes sense why you're not used to it, Tanner. But if I was like for Dusty, if I was a new player, I would make those binds. I would change one off of melee. My melee button is
I'll probably make
Q.
one sliding because I want to get
Yeah.
used to the side mouse buttons.
Yep, it's so good for sliding. It makes slide canceling insanely easy. Side mouse button, C space, and I'm done. It's so fucking free. It's the most free.
Well, get faster fingers on your left hand, so you can just use your keyboard, right?
Slide cancel with my left hand, but why would
Well,
I?
you don't know how to slide cancel. So
Cool, man.
Cool, bro. Sick, man.
Anyway, Dusty, anything you wanted to ask us or say or add?
If you could have one feature removed from the next Call of Duty game that frustrates you from the current ones, what would it be?
Ooh, Tanner, you want to start?
One feature.
I think I know the answer.
Well, I have an answer, but I'll get too many Malders, so I'm not going to say it.
Okay, besides that feature, yeah.
One feature. Are we talking about Warzone or multiplayer or just anything?
It can be anything.
I want the gulag removed from Warzone. I don't like it. I don't know.
Interesting.
I just want it gone.
That's what I was going to say.
I would almost just rather people be able to be bought back for like half the price or something, and there just not be a gulag. If I'm down, I'm just dead, and I have to be bought back. I don't know. I don't like the gulag because there's or just make the gulag actually about skill, because right now it's not. It's about whoever stuns the other person first and then shoots them with the rat sweeper. It's not fun. There's no skill involved in the gulag, and it's just a waste of my time. So, what about you, buddy?
The correct answer is obviously Dead Silence, or Ghost, or Stopping Power, or Mount. One of those things, I would say. Or stun grenades or flash grenades.
There's
Well,
there's hundreds of things, right? There's hundreds of things that
there
I would
are.
like removed, but
Right now, Dead Silence would be my number one. Get it out.
cool. Yeah.
Get it out.
Dead Silence will be gone from floor loot,
True.
but we'll just have Ninja as a perk always. So thanks.
Yeah, that would be, which might be worse. Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah.
So yeah, cool. All right, Dust, any plugs you have? Anything you want to plug? Where can people find you if you want to be found? I know you're commissioning a murder right now, so maybe you don't want to be found. But in case you do, plug away.
Twitch.tv/RagingDusty, YouTube.com/RagingDusty, and I just created a Twitter @RagingDusty.
Damn.
Huge.
Got the same handle on all of them. Let's go.
big brain
yeah.
plays.
Big moves there, Dusty.
Yeah. All right, Dust. Well, have a good time at the cabin. I hope it all goes well.
At the one-bar cabin. I literally get worse service at the place I'm going to than I do at work.
Jesus.
Oh man.
Well,
yeah.
make sure you wear a hairnet and gloves.
Dusty, if you see that shovel come out, just start running. Run towards the road.
Okay.
Be safe,
All
little
right,
guy.
buddy.
All right, dude.
Thanks for calling in.
Well, have a good one.
All right, bud. See ya.
Man. Later.
Let me just get to these right now. I think we'll pull Deb in next.
Cool, man.
Get scammed. 5 fucking gifted. Get scammed. Thank you very, very much, dude. Just always supporting the channel. Love to see it, dude. Appreciate everything you do for us. Thanks for another 5 gifted, dude. Goes a long way. I really appreciate it. And Chef, old Chef Kane, just a food lover, right? Our resident food expert with a Primarino. Chef, thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, he loves it. Chef, get scammed. Thank you, boys, very, very much. Appreciate it.
Huge. Get scammed. Do not macro slide cancel to anything. You need to be able to actually slide sometimes, like without canceling.
Yeah.
I would not macro slide cancel.
Yeah.
Just a little tip for you. But anyways, Dub next. Let's see if he's ready. Dub, you old bitch.
Jesus.
Is Discord working now?
Yes, my
Huge.
old internet is back up and running. So
You're back up.
Oh, did it
and running.
actually
Yeah,
go out?
yeah, no, it literally went out. Yeah,
Oh, dude.
I started hearing Discord doing the connect disconnect shit, and then I look down and I see my fucking an icon is not what it's supposed to be, and like sure enough, my internet was out. But I just reset my modem and it got back up. So
Nice, man. Well, welcome. Glad to have you here in working order. We
Thanks
will.
for having me. It's great to
of
be here.
course.
It's great to find. I've been meaning to do this for a while actually, and so I'm glad I finally made the decision to jump on and chat.
You
with
haven't done
guys.
a call-in before?
No, it's my first one, man.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you had done one like the first ones a while ago. Cool, man.
I think I was like in the waiting room, but for the first one there was like 30 people.
Yeah, there were. Yeah.
And so it was like, okay, yeah, no, I'm not just that. This is gonna take too long.
Yeah.
So,
A lot of
but
little
I don't
buddies.
know. Yeah, a lot of little buddies that for that first one. Yeah, so
Cool, man.
So- yeah.
Well, welcome. How is your endeavor going? And by that, of course, I mean the objective, a Battlefield podcast available on podcast apps everywhere, hosted by Dubfire and only slightly bad.
That's correct. Yeah, it's going really well actually. Especially now that the since June 9th, it's been actually like night and day.
Yep.
Nice.
You as you did say, at your behest, you did in fact encourage me to get it started quite a long time ago, and I'm glad I did. There was definitely not the kind of sort of audience before June 9th, but it was still not bad. I was pretty happy with how everything was going. But yeah, since June 9th with the big reveal, dude, yeah, it's like exploded. And
That's awesome.
Like, the listens for the last few episodes are crazy, way larger numbers than before. So
Yeah, that's fantastic.
yeah, no, it's going good though. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun doing it. It's been great since Evans came on. Everyone seems to, enjoy, us chatting about the game and everything. Yeah. So, yeah, it's going good. Can't
So
complain.
Is Evan an official co-host now? Is it official?
Yes, it's absolutely official. He is the co-host. That's right. He is
Dude.
it's the as always with me, right? Which of course
Really?
Tanner barely ever gets the as always.
True.
Well, he
Well-
doesn't deserve the as always. So that's perhaps why. And I'll edit that.
I'll edit.
re-record me
I'm
saying
editing
that.
this. This is me
Fuck.
editing this one. So get
Shit.
scammed, dipshit.
Yeah. Well, okay. I might have to do some post
Yeah.
once I get the
Yeah.
That's
so
cool,
no,
man.
Yeah,
How are the
definitely.
numbers from before the reveal to after? What are they? If you don't mind sharing those numbers.
Oh no,
in
yeah.
terms of listeners.
So like my first 10 to 11, 12 episodes was when I was, very little production, and I was really just trying to do my best to find stuff to talk about and stuff. So yeah, so those early on, the numbers were definitely like under 100 for listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then as kind of time went on, and then once Evan came on, the episodes since Evan's come on, listens, well into the like a couple of hundreds,
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
That's a
And then-
lot of growth in a short period of time, too.
Yeah, so not too bad. But then the episode after the reveal, we're approaching like close to like 700 listens.
Damn.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's what I mean. It went crazy. And even the episode after that is like it's already getting over 300. And then we just did a short one last night because the news cycle has slowed since the reveal. But even that episode that I just uploaded yesterday is already approaching like 100 listens. So,
Nice.
That's cool, man. And
No,
you guys
so-
are on a one a week schedule?
Yeah, we're doing every week, every Thursday night, twitch.tv/dubfire33, smash
Huge.
go there, smash the follow button. Yeah, so we're doing it every single week. I remind the listeners all the time actually that because there was a point where we're 4 weeks in a row recently, but there was a point where we did take like a week off. And
Yeah.
I've been telling the listeners there's a chance we may still do that. Depending on how this news cycle goes. Yeah, because
Wow.
we're building up to July 22nd. So yeah. So yeah, but as long as there's enough to talk about, and I feel like after July 22nd, it's gonna definitely be like every week, because now you're gonna get people playing the alpha, and then there's gonna be talk of the beta coming out, and there's gonna be tons of talk about the gameplay and the people's experiences in Battlefield 2042. Of course, I don't even think we mentioned the name of the
Battlefield A number, yeah.
Battlefield a number, right?
Number. Yeah.
So
yeah.
so it's gonna stay pretty regular. I feel like definitely, especially after July 22nd. So
yeah.
That's
Once the game starts coming out too, you know, if it's doing pretty well, you guys could, you know, even go to 2 a week or something. I don't know what the Battlefield update schedule is usually like though, because with COD, it's like, you know, there's basically a patch every single week. I don't know what Battlefield does, and it's kind of hard to say because this game is probably going to be a lot different than the last couple in terms of them updating it, especially if we're going to end up getting a BR at some point in it. You know, there will be a lot of stuff to talk about constantly in that game.
Yes, I'm pretty much predicting that.
Yeah,
you're right. This game is going to be drastically different than anything they've ever done.
Yeah.
It's going to be hell and gone from Battlefield 5. But they've always, I mean, you know, they were always good about content updates for their previous games. It was terrible for 5. But before that, you know, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, and Battlefield 1, they were really good about it. But of course, now this is the first thing they're going to be doing. This is the first time they'll be doing live service for a Battlefield game, right? They've obviously, Electronic Arts has tons of experience for Star Wars Battlefront and Battlefront 2 and stuff like that. But like that is not even live service to the likes of what they're going to do for this game. It's going to be really, I've been talking about it on the pod. It's really shaping up to look a lot like what Activision's doing, which of course a lot of people are speculating. So right,
which only makes sense.
Exactly. And I talked about it on the last pod, just last night. In fact, I'm beginning to feel like this game is going to have a vision and scope unlike anything we've ever seen. It's going to be
like in the Battlefield franchise, or just like any game.
I feel like almost in any game. Definitely for the Battlefield franchise, but for any game, they've got. I mean, I could be overdoing it a little bit, and what I'm kind of foreseeing in my mind, you know. So I mean, I don't know, but it's like, you know, check out the pod, and you'll find out more about it for sure, because I talked about it a lot last night. But yeah, it's gonna be if you've read anything about like the hazard zone thing, and of course we're gonna learn more about what this redacted thing is in July 22nd. And I talked a lot about that in the last podcast. So redacted.
Yeah.
So what is going on with Raz right now? What is this?
Well, I put on the cap because I want to remind Dub to stop the cap. I think it will be an unprecedented level of upkeep relative to other Battlefield games. Definitely not relative to any game we've ever seen, though. I can't imagine it's going to be as updated as Call of Duty is, or even more. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the argument, but I don't know. I do agree with you that in terms of Battlefield, it's going to be the most ambitious. It kind of has to be for them to compete, because they're struggling.
Yeah,
the whole franchise.
Yeah,
but
I surmised a couple episodes ago actually that I don't know, dude. I was saying we may be doing playlist updates. I don't know, man. They've got the way they've got it mapped out. I don't want to get too into it because I don't want to take up too much time with it. But it's just, I foresee the possibility of there like being some sort of rotation of playlists for different types of game types.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, Warzone's do it. They've got one thing I was thinking about, and I don't think I mentioned it in last night's pod, but it was a thought I had. Electronic Arts and DICE are in a fortuitous position. They have the luxury of having seen the way all these things have evolved, the way Warzone has evolved, what Bungie has done with Destiny 2 since they divorced Activision. They've turned their game into a full live service game, right? Yeah, so they've been able. I feel like they've been taking all this in, and they're gonna hopefully they're doing their best to put a good game out and to do all this right. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So I think Warzone's going to be really good for Battlefield. But anyway, go ahead, Tanner.
they'll be good for each other. Because I mean, if Battlefield, when their BR were to come out, Warzone's gonna have to just actually listen to the community, because if they don't, people may just end up leaving. But I don't know. I still just have very, very little trust in like EA. They're just such a dog shit company.
They're just as dog shit as Activision. There's no question. I mean, they basically got sued over the loot boxes in Battlefront 2.
Yeah, exactly.
It was essentially they pretty much got told, like, you're making kids gamble, basically. You know,
it makes sense.
They were being greedy fucks. Oh yeah, and and that's not the only franchises. I can't remember. Someone in the Dropshot Discord was talking about the Electronic Arts sports games.
Yeah,
and how they've really, and how poorly they've sort of ran those games. I know
those are awful.
I know what you mean. Yeah, but DICE, on the other hand, I mean, Battlefield 5 was a horrible misstep for them, but otherwise they've always been a pretty solid development company. They do their best to. Battlefield 4. Well, yeah, I didn't need to get to it. They deliver on their promises.
Yeah.
And when there's bugs that need to get fixed, it's not. Yeah, and they've also, and I'm pretty sure for a while, they've known how to write patch notes for quite a long time. So there'll be actual patch notes to read.
Maybe Ashton Williams is listening to this.
Even I don't even know if she has internet. It's insane that it needs to be said that some dev can write patch notes. Like, this is how poisonous the FPS atmosphere has become, where you actually have to be like, dude, there's this dev company, it's fucking crazy. When they change their game, they tell us about it. Right. Like, this is what Modern Warfare has forced us to actually say.
I know, man.
It's like, yeah, dude, I had awesome parents. They didn't beat me. It's like, oh, cool, man. Is that the bar now?
Yeah.
You have good parents if they didn't beat the fuck out of you? Cool, man. Fuck Modern Warfare. Fuck Infinity Ward, and fuck Activision in general, of course. Which leads me to my other point, which is, I'm sure DICE is probably fine. I don't know much about this, but I always think in the current climate, the villains are the publishers, seldom the developers. Sometimes the developers are fucking awful, like Infinity Ward is, and they should be. I mean, Activision should cut them loose, and they should go belly up. Infinity Ward's an awful company, a development company that is not good, and I wish that they would go bankrupt, and the heads of Infinity Ward lose their homes. I really do wish that would happen.
But like you just said too, we don't really know what goes on. Like, Activision may play such a large part in this that we have no idea. They may just tell Infinity Ward every little thing that they want in the game and what they don't want, and it just may be so controlled. That's what I would love to see, is like how much control actually that like Activision EA has over these developers.
Tanner, I can tell you right now that you exactly what you just said is what happens. That's why Bungie divorced themselves.
Oh yeah,
that's why, because Bungie had a vision and of what they wanted for Destiny forever. It definitely didn't deliver when the original Destiny, when it first came out. It was definitely a bit of a disappointment based on what they like kind of sold the gaming public. It was not nearly as vast and like sort of involved as they were talking about. But they stuck with it, and they made Destiny a great game with the Taken King. It was a big content patch that was basically like the last year and a half of Destiny. And Activision was like, oh, hey, look, they got their greedy. We're going to get our greedy hands into you fuckers now because you actually have a good game. And they started controlling the shit out of Destiny 2, and Destiny 2 was an unmitigated disaster. It was one of the worst firestorms of like a community being pissed off about the game being released.
I did hear a lot about that.
And Bungie was like, yeah, no, if we want to save our game, we've got to get away from Activision. They litigated their way away from Activision.
I agree with all of that. Of course, Activision made it worse. Activision's, again, the biggest villain here. So my point is that Raven can manage to write patch notes and make good changes to the game under Activision. Treyarch can manage to write patch notes and make at least a good zombies experience under Activision. Infinity Ward didn't do anything good under Activision for Modern Warfare. It's an
they
awful
didn't.
game.
Yeah. And who
So
knows-
that's why I'm saying
Yeah,
Infinity
I made
Ward is
Warzone.
uniquely bad. Except Warzone, I guess. Which is their biggest.
Which is the biggest investment to
ever.
ever
Yeah,
come to
so-
Call of Duty, but yeah,
So maybe,
you know.
maybe they shouldn't lose their homes, but that was obviously a joke. I don't want people losing their houses.
Unless it's
But
you.
again, well, my parents. Let's move on. I think Infinity Ward was uniquely bad, even under
They were,
Activision,
there's no question.
compared to other dev
yeah.
companies that were under Activision that performed better.
It seemed to
Not
be,
having patch
yeah.
notes and making hidden changes every single patch, and
Oh.
having more bugs introduced than are fixed every single patch, that's not Activision's fault. That's Infinity Ward's fault, and they should
Yeah.
be ashamed of themselves. No quality assurance, no patch notes at all, disastrous miscommunications or no communication at all. This is Infinity Ward, and you can't blame that on Activision because every other dev company at the same time was able to at least get those things right, or
Yeah,
mostly
the other
right.
thing, right. No question. It was probably a perfect kind of shit storm, if you
Yeah.
right, of
Definitely.
obviously things going on at Infinity Ward that were not conducive to being a good developer, plus probably Activision pushing them around. Yeah. So no, for sure.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if Warzone is in a good place. Is it in a good place? I don't know. It's hard to say. One week it was like because
Still better than it was a year ago.
Yeah, but
True,
now
yeah.
I heard you guys say the other day you tweeted out, Raz, the Farah is the only gun to use now again. So yeah, I don't
Correct.
know.
Yeah.
It's like all over the place, but
I don't even think you can snipe. I think it's that bad. I think it's as bad. It's not as overpowered as the DMR, but it's put like snipers in the same position to where you can't even really snipe in Farah zone right now.
I don't think
'cause
it's that
the Farah
bad,
can
but
just touch you so far.
Right,
I think
yeah.
you can still snipe, but yeah, it's like any person can control a far at 300 meters and beam somebody moving full speed easily. It's that easy to use.
really wow.
Yeah.
So anyway, Dub.
Yeah.
Any questions or comments you'd like to make for us?
Not really. I may have had some questions a couple of the last few times I thought about calling in, but I think I forgot what they were. I was gonna tell a quick story.
Do it.
I don't know how it was. It was really funny to me at the time. This was sort of back in the height of the pandemic. And you were getting like beer delivered to your house, right, Rez?
Yeah.
And I had been talking about that Bell's Two Hearted Ale in the Discord. So you decided to like get like a few cases delivered to your house. And on stream, you like left the stream to go get the beer. That was pretty funny. So you're cracking it open and you're pouring the beer, and I'm kind of I'm watching the stream, and in my mind, I'm thinking, cool, the California kid who thinks all of the California beer is all the best beer in the world is trying the Michigan beer. It's like, oh, this is neat, so this should be fun and exciting to see what he thinks about it, And so you're like cracking it open and you're pouring it, and then I'm thinking, okay, and just as you're like taking a sip, you get this like really excited look on your face. I'm like, oh wow, holy shit, he like really likes the beer. And so you put it down, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, whoa, he really likes me. You're like, I'm getting rated by gaming definition? I'm like, what? And I'm just like, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
You're like,
I'm like, yeah.
That's
I'm here,
funny.
I'm thinking like, holy fuck, he loves
Perfect
that
timing.
beer. This is amazing. And you just put the beer down. You're like, getting rated by gaming definition, dude.
oh my God.
Huge. That's funny. I don't remember that, but
Was that beer
Yeah,
that your
well-
brother ordered for you, maybe? Maybe it was that
no.
one. That wasn't
No.
that thing?
It was when I ordered fucking at 5 p.m. some beer to get
Oh.
delivered.
And it showed up in
Yeah.
the pod.
And it said it would be here in 45 minutes. It wasn't
Right.
there for 2 hours
yeah.
and 45 minutes. Cool, man. So then I had to leave the stream to get it. The Two Hearted Ale was good though.
Yeah. No,
I remember saying that at some point later on.
Well, yeah,
quite
but I
good.
just thought that was hilarious.
funny,
I'm just sitting
yeah.
in my chair like fucking sad frog. Damn, like
Yeah.
fucking gaming definition just shit all over me.
Just
Yeah.
ruined your moment. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of
Yeah.
funny. So.
That is
but,
funny, actually.
Yeah, but no, of course, that's about it. I'm just glad to talk to you guys. Glad you're enjoying. I don't know if you guys have listened to any of the pods, but
I was listening to not the one you did yesterday, but the one like right after the big reveal came out, and you guys went over all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
A lot of good info.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there. So
You
yeah,
guys keep great work because obviously, like I said, it's because of you guys that I'm really even doing what I'm doing. I thought I love you guys love this game. I love Battlefield as much as you guys love this game. So
Well.
it's like, and I want to talk about it. And I wanna do
Yeah.
it. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So I appreciate what you guys are doing, of course.
thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Likewise, dude. Yeah. I try to pop in when I can. Get some listens. Certainly haven't listened to everything, but definitely some of it. All right, man. Well, speaking of your podcast, give us some more plugs once again. Where can the people find you?
Yeah, so on all I'm pretty sure, I don't think it's on Stitcher apparently. Jaren was mauling about that, but any other
Jaren.
all the
Put
other
it on Stitcher, bro. Put it on every possible podcast app you can.
I know I should be doing that actually.
It's just a one-time setup.
I haven't messed with my RSS feeds in a while, but yeah, iTunes, Spotify, and The Objective, a Battlefield podcast. There'll be one out every single week. You should see it pop up, pretty much any Friday or Saturday is about when I get the pod uploaded. And if you want to check out the live broadcast, Evan, my co-host, and I, Evan, the other Evan, only slightly bad. Every Thursday night, twitch.tv/dubfire33. Go there and smash the follow button. And yeah, thanks guys. Appreciate you having me on.
Huge.
Yeah, dude.
Cool, man. Thanks for calling in. Glad you finally could. And I hope the podcast continues to do well. Don't skip weeks. That's my biggest piece of advice for you.
All right, I'll keep that in mind for sure, man.
Okay, dude. All right, man.
Bro.
Have a good afternoon.
All right, brothers. See ya.
Later, dude.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna blow my nose.
Cool. All right.
Cool, man.
So no, I'm not gonna put up your back screen. Let's see, where were we at? Raging Dusty, who of course was our first call of the day with 5 gifted. Raging, thank you very much, dude. He's out in the sticks. He's got no service. Got enough to get 5 subs. Let's go, dude. Raging, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, dude. Cam Wilkes, the lad, dude. Tier 1, 8 months, baby, and Go to Dote, Tier 1, 10 months. Goat, Cam, appreciate you boys very much. Dusty, thank you very much for the gifted subs, my guy. All right, so I think from what I saw, a bunch of people joined at the same time. L may have been next, and I don't know if L's ever called in either. I'm not sure, so maybe we should pull L in. He is deafened though.
Well,
L, are you here? L, are you here?
L Borpa spun?
Is L here? L, Borpa spin right now. Borpa spin for us, little guy. Cool. We'll pull him in and see what happens.
Okay,
we'll pull him in.
Deafened, so he won't know.
Let's see.
Or maybe he will.
He's in here. L, you're in here. Let's see. You have 10 seconds to figure this out. 10, 9. Oh, he's here.
L, Borpa spin now.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Oh, and he's driving. Oh, L. What are you doing?
I'm gonna make this nice, quick, and simple because people.
Well, you're breaking up, so make the audio quality better.
Figure the fuck out.
Cool, man.
Cool, man. All right, L. What's
I
up?
think it's bullshit on you
Here we
1v1 me when
go.
I'm drunk. That's the only.
Nobody
time
wanted to
you'll ever
1v1
play
except
me.
for you. You wanted to 1v1.
You.
We weren't gonna bring this up
you called
either,
out.
but you decided to
called it
call
out.
in and do it. So
You called it. You called me out. Not me.
L, get home and call back. Why don't we start there? Jesus
Cool.
Christ.
all right, L, go call in on your PC. Okay, L's gone. Fucking L.
See ya.
We need a Borpa spin before we're allowing that to happen. So cool, man.
Maybe pull. I think we'll do Sage next. Santeria said he was here if we needed extra people or something, but he said he's called in.
Okay.
So I don't know if we've gotten Sage. I think we have, but let's call Sage in.
Yeah, let's do Sage. Sage, you're live on the broadcast. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can. How you doing, man?
Not too bad. Have yourself?
Chilling, dude. Chilling. Is this your first call-in?
Yeah, it's my first time. I think I joined in the first one, but then I was like, holy fuck, there's legitimately a mountain's worth of people, so I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're Canadian, obviously, because you said a word and it sounded Canadian.
Well, I mean, my milk is in a fucking bag if that's what you want.
Whoa. Really?
Wait, is that a Canadian thing? Bagged milk?
But yeah, apparently it's a Canadian thing. We put our milk in a bag instead of a jug or whatever the fuck you guys do.
Wait. Hold
Really?
on. You guys get a plastic bag and go to the farm and just get it straight from the tap, dude? Is Coke
that's
giving you
exactly
guys?
what happens.
Are you getting it
we
from
take a
Coke
plas-
straight from the fucking tap?
No, so it's more like the farm. You just take the bag and attach it to the udder, and it just fills up instantly.
Mm. Yeah, that sounds good.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
You should fill up a cardboard box and send it to us so we can try your milk.
Well, send it to Tanner.
Yeah, that sounds like a phenomenal idea.
Yeah, that would work. I think I should
Give it to his
fine.
cats.
Well, they
Some
are
fresh
starving,
milk.
of course.
definitely,
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it'd be hard at that time. So, I mean, I think it counts as food, right? It
True.
wouldn't be a liquid anymore, so it wouldn't be a beverage. It'd be food.
It'd be. Yeah,
would
it
be
probably would be.
Boiled, curdled, rotten food. Yeah. Where boots in Canada do you live?
I'm like an hour away from Toronto. Maybe I think it's like 3 hours from Buffalo.
Toronto's
Okay.
East Coast, right?
East Coast. Yeah.
Yeah, East Coast.
Cool, man.
So you're a Leafs
Very
fan.
cool.
No, actually, I'm a Blackhawks fan.
Cringe.
Chicago.
And you started liking them when they were good. Got it. Cool, man.
Yeah, legitimately, I like
Cool,
Chicago
man.
before
Yeah.
the fucking team fell apart, and like now it's just
Yeah.
a shame.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, you're
Proudly
What about
on
you,
the
Tanner?
bandwagon.
I don't pay attention anymore. I was a Ducks fan, but same thing. I still
Oh,
kind of
God.
pay attention, but they're just so bad now that it's hard to pay attention. I just don't care, you know. I haven't really
I
followed that
remember a
closely in
time,
like 3
Anaheim
years
was
now.
Actually decent.
They were good. It's been at least probably 5 years since they were pretty good.
Oh, at least, yeah.
But it was fun. Yeah, I would used to go to games and stuff. Went to a few playoff games. It was fun, but they're dog shit now. I mean, just the worst. So
Yeah, well,
That's the way-
Chicago
fuck
didn't even make it to
sports.
the fucking finals,
Playing-
so I feel you.
well, yeah. I mean, playing Warzone on Saturday night is harder than. We'll move on. I don't want to piss people off. We'll move on.
Legitimately, I do, but I went to a baseball practice last weekend for the first time in probably about 4 years, and I said, I'm like, I've been on the wrong sticks for too long. Like, this hurts.
The wrong sticks.
They're on sticks.
Why? What is an adult doing at baseball practice? Do you coach a little league team?
I joined an adult league, so other ingrown males just fucking got off their couch and want to shed 30 to 40 pounds.
How old are you?
And then me, I'm only 23.
Okay. Interesting.
That's 23
So
in
it's like a
Canadian years, though.
YMCA.
So he's like 28.
Yeah.
Sadly, in Canada, once you get over 18, we don't give a shit about you anymore in between that and like actual adult leagues. So if you want to play sports, you either have to go join a beer league or legitimately play with your friends.
That's how it is here too.
I think that's
Once
pretty
you're
much
out of
how it
high
is,
school,
yeah.
Unless you get on a college team, you have to just join like either do pickup games at like a gym. But actually, for baseball, you wouldn't even be able to do that. So you have to join a league. That's a thing here too. I just don't really know anyone who's done it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
My cousin
How long have you
played-
been? I know you've been listening forever, right, Sage?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've been listening for a while. I think I started listening around like episode 60, maybe 50.
Yeah.
It was
I was-
near the mega fucking, what's it called? Megatron episode, not Megatron.
Yeah,
Megatron.
the 101. Yeah. Yeah, you've been around for quite a while. I think you're one of the oldest frogs who's called in. I think you're the oldest frog who's called in today, actually. How'd you find the program?
I got bored at one day and I was at work and I work at a shit job like yourselves used to. So I just wanted to actually, like, I work with all older people, so I wanted to, have something that I controlled. And I was like, yeah, let's go look up a Warzone podcast. And like everybody else says, you're the first one that comes up. So I was like, let's listen to these dickheads.
Cool,
and then
man.
immediately
We
I
are
heard two
dickheads.
dickheads. And I'm like, oh my God, best friends. Like, this is perfect.
Well,
Huge, dude.
yeah.
Huge.
Like, I'm
Nice.
probably one of the only people that heard you the first time. And I was like, fuck, these guys sound great. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah,
It's because
that's
Canadians are pieces of
less
shit.
common.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
guys get it. You guys get it.
We're a special type of piece of shit, though.
Yeah. Of course.
I
Like,
think
I was
what it
talking-
is you're so polite in your everyday personal interactions that you're like Catholic schoolgirls. You're just repressed. And when you hear a podcast talking about shooting developers in the street like dogs, which is a joke, of course, in game, of course, that you're like, oh my God, your dick gets hard. And you're like, this is my favorite podcast ever. I think that maybe was what's going on. That's my theory.
True.
I called Joran Iron Ranger young man over Instagram, or not Instagram, Twitter, and I swear to God, the guy almost creamed in his pants. I love you. I'm like, bud, I call everybody young man. Don't take it personally. Don't be special.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jaren, dude, friend of the pod.
Oh, fuck Jared. I hope we don't get any of his questions tonight.
Yeah, Jaren's been MIA a little bit, huh?
He was there yesterday.
No, he wasn't.
He was at Customs yesterday before it started. He didn't play Customs, but he was in voice.
Oh,
Cool,
I
man.
remember.
Yeah, he was
I
there.
didn't see him most of the time. Oh, okay. Well, cool. Shout out to Jaren. Cool, dude. Yeah. Are you on the sticks or are you on the keys, Sage?
I'm on the sticks. Young
on the
console
sticks.
warrior.
What console? What system?
PS4. Trying to make my way to the PS5. But I'm trying
You're
to
gonna go to
figure out if I
PS5?
should wait and get an original or wait and get a. So there's word going around that they're going to change the model of the PS5 because the superconductor that they're using for it is legitimately fucking nowhere to be found.
The superconductor?
I
Yeah,
think semiconductor.
I don't fucking remember.
Either
Yeah.
way, I don't get what really. Okay, so they'd have to change how it's made or something. Okay.
Yeah, apparently that is going to change the whole layout of the system inside. So they'd have to
Oh, wow.
change the whole look of the PlayStation. And I mean, it's like, am I going to buy one now before they change it? So later it's worth more money if I want to sell it or something? Or am I going to wait until they come up with a new one?
It sounds like this is just like they want to make like a PS5 Pro and you want to wait till that comes out.
Yeah, that's also the option.
Yeah, they do that usually. Do they still have production or not production issues? Is it still hard to find those though? Like the new Xboxes and PlayStations?
From where I am, I thought it was really hard, and then one day I went to a Shoppers Drug Mart and was standing beside the receiving door, and someone walked through, and I seen 5 sitting on a shelf, and a kid beside me seen it, walked up, asked about one, and left the store with one. So I don't think it's that hard to find them anymore.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it's more trying to buy them online and getting scalped, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
see.
was so weird this last year when those came out and they had issues like that. Because I remember, dude, like when they would put new models out back in the day, you would just show up to like Target, Walmart, any store that we have, Best Buy, they would all have hundreds in stock the day they were out, and everyone could just easily pick one up. Like that was never an issue before.
They were on skids in Walmart. You just walk up, grab it, and
Yeah.
walk away.
True, yeah. Yeah, those were the days, dude.
But then again, this is also during, like, in the middle of fucking COVID. So they're like, oh,
Yeah, so there's production issues. People are buying shit they wouldn't have otherwise normally bought because they've been bored. Yeah. Yep.
it was hilarious. Me and my girlfriend saved a newspaper clipping from when COVID just started of the idiots grabbing and taking all the toilet paper
The toilet
from
paper,
near
yeah.
Sobeys. It's like, you guys are idiots.
As if that is an important thing to stock up on. Like you'll die if you can't wipe your ass.
That was
like-
funny.
Get some water and food.
Some water.
Well, water was
Yeah.
sold out too.
If you bought 7 packs of toilet paper, you'd have to go to the washroom 7 times every hour to use that amount of toilet paper. And I mean, I don't know about you, but that's not me.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Bought a bidet. That's smart. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Are you a fan of Cold War?
Starts getting like, you get into the sweaties, and then they're like, oh, this is just how we normally play. And it's like, no, you guys are legitimately sweat lords. I was playing with my cousins last weekend, And you can't even get away. Like I stopped playing Warzone because like you just get sweat on by the nail gun and the MG82, and I'm like, all right, I've had enough of that for today. Let's go play some Cold War with the family. And you play Search and Destroy for 15 minutes, and then they start using the nail gun and the MG82 again. You're okay. You guys are useless. Like, you guys just want to not have fun in a game. Like,
Well,
I've
games
never
aren't for having fun, yeah.
I've never once used a broken gun in a game mode just to obliterate people and be like, oh, this was a great time. I never died once and I killed every single person.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know, I'm part of the rare breed that finds fun in challenges.
That does get frustrating. Oh, Raz has the cap back out, huh?
Stop the cap. We all have fun shitting on noobs every once in a while, right? Let's not
love
say
shitting
never,
on noobs, but
right?
I'd rather die once or twice because, like, sure, a 50 bomb is great, but like if you get a 50 bomb every time because you're using broken weapons, you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I might as well go do something worth it.
Well, it's like people that cheat. It's like doesn't that get boring pretty quickly when you're just winning? If you have a brain and you cheat, you should never lose a game, right? I mean, it's just that simple. Yeah. So it's like how do these people not get what? Well, true, yeah. I mean, it's like, doesn't that just get so boring, just aimbotting everyone out of the sky? Like, that's just not even. It's not fun to watch. Why would that be fun to play? But
it's like the people that I started cheating because everybody else is cheating, and it's just fair. It's like, so you got pissed off if somebody else is cheating, and you got upset at that, so you're gonna go piss somebody else off to cheat because you got pissed off.
Well, they really cheat because their parents beat them growing up, but they don't want to admit that.
Well, I mean, if their parents beat them, they probably wouldn't have cheated. So
yeah, that's actually
they didn't go hard enough.
Their parents ignored them too much, right? That's what it is then.
Hit the dinger again, Raz.
Yeah.
Any dingers?
Any dingers?
Oh man.
Cool, man. All right. Well, Sage, anything you wanted to ask us or say or whatever, the floor is yours.
I was gonna put this question in the Patreon, or not the Patreon. Well, it could have been that one, but any of the Q&A ones. But I figured I'd ask in person because it's a little more faster response. And this is mainly for Raz, but Tanner, you can answer as well. So I was a trash Call of Duty player before. I don't even know, probably Call of Duty Ghosts. And I started getting into the CDL and COD League. And once I started taking that shit more seriously and Search and Destroy and Hardpoint, I know it's funny. I actually started to progress better in Warzone and other things. So I know Raz doesn't like Search and Destroy because he's a rat and doesn't know how to play video games.
True.
But do you think there's any correlation in me taking, or anybody in general, getting the interest for pro Call of Duty, which is a little bit different than normal Call of Duty, and, stepping up and, progressing, getting better?
Definitely. I think there are probably a couple reasons. Number one, you said the specific example you said was you started getting better in Warzone once you started trying to play CDL modes seriously. This kind of makes sense because my guess is you went from playing a bunch of team deathmatch or hardpoint or domination or other respawn modes, and then you started watching CDL, taking it seriously, went to Search and Destroy. Search and Destroy is not a respawn mode. Neither is Warzone, unless you count the Gulag. So when you transition from focusing on respawn modes to where dying doesn't matter that much, to non-respawn modes like Search, where dying is you're done, it would make sense that switching focus from respawn to non-respawn, as in TDM to Search, will also make you better in another non-respawn mode, being Warzone. I think that is one thing. When you're trying harder to not die on by virtue of the fact that you're going to a mode where dying's really bad, you get better at another mode where dying's really bad. Also, I think if you're focusing a lot on CDL, I would assume you probably started watching more streams, watching more videos, watching tutorials on YouTube or whatever about how to be better in general. And if you get better, if you focus on something deliberately with a deliberative effort to improve, you'll improve. So if you go from just being a casual to actually engaging yourself in trying to get better at something, it's really no huge surprise that you would get better. So I think there is a causative element to that correlation that is not terribly surprising to me. Does that make sense?
Cool.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Cool.
Making sure Tanner wasn't going to say anything because normally Raz talks and then Tanner jumps in. So.
Oh yeah, Tanner, go ahead. I wanted to see if that was clear. That's all. But
Yeah,
Tanner,
no,
what are
I
your
don't.
thoughts on this?
I don't really have anything to add. I don't know. I think you said it all pretty much.
What do you think the reason would be, Sage?
I don't know. I mean, what you said makes sense, makes a lot of sense. But like at the same time, like my thing was like Warzone's a completely different, like more open space. There's like a lot less constraints than search and destroy, and like most
That's
CDL
definitely
mode.
true.
But like I don't know. I just kind of thought it'd be entertaining to ask you guys because like I obviously know me just putting more focus and like more into one-on-one gun battles and like especially like search and destroy. Like I was terrible. I could not play search and destroy with headphones on and like visual indications, and then just there come to a point where I'd be playing with music on, not even listening, and I'd be able to win a six an easy match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just come to the point where I was like, what happened here? Was it just me getting into like COD League and like competitive Call of Duty and playing better because I'm playing more competitive, or was it like everything in general? Just me wanting to play more competitive, me trying harder, and like just growing.
I think it's a combination of a lot of things. Definitely that is probably a part of it too. But like when you're talking about any first-person shooter, I mean, like if you look at Shroud, it's no coincidence that he can play any first-person shooter and be better than almost everyone else. One thing he said in an interview, or maybe it wasn't an interview, maybe he was just streaming, but he was like, my biggest skill is that if there's a new first-person shooter that comes out, I'm going to be the best in the world at it for the first, like, month. Because I'm just really good at FPS in general, but I'm never going to be the best at an established game anymore, because I don't, like, grind like that. And there are people who are better than me at all these other, like, games individually. But as far as, like, FPS in general, I'm, like, really good. And this isn't completely related, but it does make sense where it's like, if you get better at TDM or Search or Warzone, it's going to make you better at the other two. Because at the end of the day, Call of Duty and FPS at large is about aiming your reticle at other players and shooting them before they shoot you and killing them first. So if you get better at anything, you're going to be better at the other things. It's no surprise that Tanner's TDM KD is higher than mine, and then his Warzone KD is also higher than mine. It's not because he's also better at Warzone. It's more appropriate to say, well, he's a better FPS player. He can aim better than I can. He can position better than I can. He can re-challenge better than I can.
I'm better than L.
So it's like, yeah, that like, it's not surprising that it's not because like, it's not like Tanner's better than me at hardpoint because he's a better hardpoint player, but then he's better than me at Warzone because he has this totally different skill set related to Warzone that he's also better at. That's not really what it is. It's that the things that overlap between hardpoint and Warzone, those skills are a lot. That overlap is a lot, and those are the things he's better at. So no matter what playlist we're playing, if it's an FPS, he's going to be better, you know? So I think, yeah, again, you improve at one thing related to an FPS, you're going to be better at every playlist. Like, Tanner and I have never played fucking multi-team elimination more than once. If we grinded that for a month, guess who would do better? You know, if we went to go play the new Battlefield, guess who's going to be better? The new Halo, guess who's going to be better? It's because at the end of the day, there aren't that many skills. Positioning, aiming, re-challenging, you do better. So
that was well said.
Your point
Yeah.
is well taken, though, that Warzone does require a bunch of different skills than like multiplayer does, because it's so much more open, and there's so much so a lot more landscape, literally and figuratively, to be creative and do things with. But at the end of the day, I mean, you can, by the way, I found this kind of surprising. My Warzone KD is like almost exactly the same as my multiplayer KD. Where I've been playing multiplayer on PC for like 2 or 3 years now. I've been playing BRs on PC for only whenever Warzone came out, 18 months. Yet my KDs are virtually identical. It's not because I excelled in BRs faster than I did in multiplayer. It's because the skill sets are almost exactly the same.
Yeah, I think something like Warzone 2 requires maybe a little more kind of like thinking and trying to plan ahead, and then better movement than multiplayer requires. I feel like with multiplayer, with like the time to kill, it more comes down to just raw aim is what a lot of it is. But like, you know, most of these Warzone pros, like I've said this a bunch of times on the pod, the thing that usually sets them apart is their movement. Their movement's insane, so much that you'll just miss them while they're just moving all around you, just skating circles around you and then shooting you in the back, basically, right? That's what it comes down to. Versus like multiplayer, I think, is just pretty much about just raw aim. And that's why, like, I still think a lot of these like Warzone pros, if they go and play multiplayer, they'll get shit on by a lot of people that have way less KDs than them, because like so much of that stuff doesn't come into play.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I feel like there's also like another part of it where it's a lot of like, depending on what you're playing, like team deathmatch, you're just running around killing people, so you don't really have to worry about anything. It's like, oh, if I see someone, I just got to know if they're on my team or not. But then you go play Search and Destroy, it's, oh, okay, well, I have the time constraints. I have to plant the bomb, or I have to kill people, but I also have to make sure I don't die because I can't come back. And then you go into Warzone, it's like the same thing. It's like, I can't die, so I can't come back, so I have to look around more. The map is massive, so someone's probably kind of going to come up from behind me. And you have a whole different aspect of thinking about it.
Yeah. That's true. I think that was interesting what you said, though, Tanner, too, about like movement and positioning. And this kind of goes not against what I was saying, but it's just like, it's one of the things that where there isn't really overlap is the importance of positioning. Movement too, I would say positioning even more, though. Like, if you took like, you know, TGD versus Jake Down in multiplayer, TGD is just always going to be better.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like Syrian versus Jake Down. Syrian's always going to be better. Go to Warzone, Jake's going to just dunk all over Syrian, because Syrian doesn't have the Warzone experience, and Jake Down has learned, because he plays too much, all of the dumb, like, weird angles to peek that Syrian's just not going to think about. So Syrian will 90 on Jake way before Jake's going to 90 on Syrian. But when Jake's like, I'm going to go up the elevator, down the shaft, like open the door, and then like prone crawl to him and like shoot him from like 270 degrees, it's like, wait, what? What's going on?
Yeah.
Whereas like, you know, in multiplayer, you don't have that option. So Syrian's going to win. But it's like Jake Down's positioning in the BR is going to be superior, so he'll be better at that. That's where the overlap doesn't matter. However, if Syrian played Warzone every day for 6 months, I don't know how much better his positioning would get over those 6 months, but it would definitely improve. Would it improve to the degree that Jake's did? Maybe, maybe not, but it would definitely help close the gap.
Yeah.
And that's where there's differences. But yeah.
Yeah, that's like somebody like L. I've always thought, like in Warzone, I think he's better than me, but like when it comes to multiplayer, I feel like I'll just dominate him in a game like multiplayer. But like Warzone, I don't know. I'm just not as good in Warzone as I am in multiplayer. That's what I always think. And I think it's because like it's more like based around movement and stuff, like I was saying. And it's just some of these other people just play so much, and they're just used to doing certain things that they just don't even think of doing. It's like getting in certain, you know, like getting in certain places to get in cover to play it up and shit like that. Like they just do it all so naturally and quick. It's just like it's a different skill set.
It's also pattern recognition too.
Yeah.
Because like L has played so fucking much Warzone that he has an intuition about when some guy is going to repeak versus run away.
Yeah.
Like, and so he just has this intuition that he doesn't have to think anymore. He's like, okay, plating is correct here, but that thought doesn't even occur to him. He just does it
Yeah.
because he's recognizing patterns because he's played so much.
True.
You've been playing multiplayer for 20 fucking years. Change it. So you have all the pattern recognition done for multiplayer.
Yeah.
Whereas you don't have it yet for like the BR.
Yeah,
I think.
exactly.
So yeah, I think that's well said too. So yeah. Anyway, that was probably more than you bargained for, Sage, but
He fell asleep. I hear
No,
him
that's
snoring.
perfect. That's what I enjoy. I like the fucking rant and the rambling.
yeah.
A lot of that for
Well,
So just
sure.
so you guys know, another thing, you guys should definitely next time you guys have a tournament or something for part of the whoever wins, put some fucking merch out there because my merch is fire, and like I'll definitely take free merch if I can get a team like Razinon, Gift, and Radon and win.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah.
Well, Radon
we're-
cheats.
Radon, of course, is a cheater, and I'm a Reddit mod. Once we get the merch rolling again, we will definitely start doing that stuff.
We're for
again.
sure gonna start doing that. Yeah. Yeah. There's been numerous people that said that. We already talked about that last time, but it's just we don't know when the merch will be ready or you know whatever. But
Yeah.
that'll definitely be coming in the future.
True. So anyway, Sage, thanks for calling in. Thanks for the question. Enjoyed the talk. Glad you could make it here finally to a call in. Any plugs you would like to do? Now's the time.
No, I have no followers on Twitter, so that doesn't really matter. And like I don't stream, I only stream on Twitch once in a while, so that doesn't really matter. Anybody here can find my Twitch in Discord, so get on the fucking Discord.
Join the
True.
fucking Discord, of course. Yes, absolutely.
True.
Cool.
And then yeah,
All right.
you go ahead. No, you're good. I'm done.
No, I was just gonna say, thanks for calling in, man. Appreciate it, and we hope you have a good rest of your day, buddy. And we appreciate you, of course, for supporting the program, being around. It is much appreciated.
Yeah. Thanks, dude.
Great young man. Fucking see you in the pod tonight.
All right,
Let's
bud.
go.
Sounds good. See ya, Bjorn. You little fuck.
Jeez,
up, buddy?
dude.
Rez, what's up, Tanner?
Oh, buddy. You're whispering. Are you hiding from your parents?
Okay.
What?
No, I'm not.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Speak into your
Well,
mic
don't-
like that. Thanks.
Don't
I appreciate
scream
it.
at me, please.
Yeah,
Very rude.
relax, dude.
I'm not whispering. anymore.
How are you doing, man? How's summer? You're on summer break, right? You're out of school.
Yep.
Are you doing any extracurricular schooling bullshit? I know that you're a bit of an overachiever, so maybe your parents have assigned you a novel to write a book report at the end of summer. I know some kids are abused by their parents and forced to do that. Are you one of these kids, or are you free for the summer?
Yes, I am one of them, and I'm molding.
Oh yeah, weren't you? Hold on, what, Bjorn? Weren't you
I knew
talking
it, dude.
in Discord like a month back or so about you were going to some summer camp and you were saying you didn't want to go, but everyone was like, "Dude, the summer camp days were the days."
No,
Did you?
that's like last night. Check general.
That was what?
That was last night, in general,
What was last night?
about the summer camp molding thing.
Oh, well, I know you guys were talking
Tell
about it
us
a while
about it.
back too, because Bango was telling you how those were fun, and you're gonna look
Oh,
back
yeah.
and wish you went, etc.
Well, it's not that. It's like a thing at school, like at the school that I go to. where
Are you
basically-
there
What's the
right
thing?
now?
Do you not want to tell us about it because you're being real slimy?
I-
and
I-
weaselly
sure.
and
I'll tell you.
slippery?
All right, so this is what I did this week.
Okay.
So, I was signed up to a quote unquote drone flying camp where
Jesus,
I flew a drone.
what kind of schools does this
for,
kid go to?
He's being recruited
my
by
God.
the
Hold up.
NSA. He's a Manchurian
Yeah.
candidate. Go on.
Wait. But I didn't fly a drone, so that's cool.
Cool.
Don't
So
get
we went
scammed.
to this. Yeah, actually scammed. So we went to this place for 40 hours. in total, like it's a work week or something.
Mhm.
And we built these like foam paper airplane things all day. It was very epic.
Cringe. And you didn't get to fly anything though?
Well, they were like glider little paper airplanes that we flew outside.
Got it. So your parents sent you to a summer camp to make paper airplanes for a week.
Yep.
Cool, man.
You could have just gotten in-house suspension and done the same thing. I mean,
yeah.
that's all that happened.
Get your
Paper
dad.
airplane.
Get your dad on the microphone so I can tell him, "Cool, man." I mean, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
please. Yeah, that's.
Actually, yeah.
So how many
What
more
was
summer?
The purpose of going
Huh?
to a drone flight summer camp? Whose idea was this? Yours?
Oh no, my mom's.
Why did your mom say, "You know what my son should do this summer? Go learn how to fly drones"? How did that happen?
I don't know, and I already know how, so I didn't really need to learn.
Interesting. Very interesting. Tanner, what were you gonna say?
Well, okay, so that was your first event for the summer. Do you have other camps or something you're going to, or what?
That was week 3 of 4, so I have one more, Monday through Friday next week.
But so you still go home every night and stay at your house? It's just like a day thing?
Yeah, it's from
Okay.
like 8:30 to 4:30 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah, that was like, dude, every summer when I was younger, well, I guess it was pretty much only swim lessons. Did you take swim lessons through like the city or anything, Casey? I
No.
hated doing that. I mean, I'm an Olympic athlete, of course. I'm a swimmer.
Let me real quick. I'm sorry, I have to do this. Hot take: swimming isn't hard. You don't need to be taught how to swim.
Well, tell that
Go in the
to
pool.
all those people that don't know how to swim.
Well, change it. Be smarter, I guess. Swimming isn't hard. You get in the water and you move your stupid fucking limbs and then you float. I mean, swimming is not difficult. It's not a technical skill. It is not fucking welding. You don't need a class. You don't need a trade school for it. You don't need a camp. You don't need a tutor. Get in the water, move your arms, and don't die. It's actually super easy. I never got a swimming class. Here's what I think happened.
Well, let's watch you
I went
swim. Take a video of you swimming.
I can swim fine. Now I will get blisters in 10 minutes because
I'll
I'm
outpace
entirely
you.
too white.
I'll
but
lap you for sure.
Stop the cap. I'm an Olympic athlete.
Meet me at
in
Raging
swimming.
Waters, dude.
Let's
I'll
do the
outswim you.
butterfly stroke and I'll stroke you. You don't know about my stroke game, dude. Okay, I will stroke you out. Here's how I think I learned how to swim. I got in the pool once, and my dad was like, "Hey, do that with your arm, and then do that with your other one. Try it." And then he let me go, and I did it. And he was like, "Cool, man, you can swim." Got it.
Cool,
So
man.
fuck swim classes. So you had to go to. You remember going to swim classes, Tanner? Is that what I'm being told?
Yeah, and I hated it.
How old were you?
I don't remember. I guess I probably stopped doing them in like middle school or something. It was just like, it was also kind of just like something to do, because it's like we can't swim at home or anything, right? Too. So it's like my mom just did that for my sister and I, and so then you get, I mean, it's only like probably like 4 weeks long, and you only go like 2 or 3 days a week for a couple hours. I just remember hating it. It was just so boring. But it was, I mean, it was obviously more than just swimming laps. You'd have to swim, like go to the deep end and like pick up weights and shit off the ground and bring them up and things like that. It was more like,
This
you
sounds
know,
like buds.
I mean, they basically just teach it to you in case you know, because they don't want you dying out there in the water or something. That's pretty much the only reason they do it. But
Maybe my parents wanted me to drown, so that's why I never went through.
I mean, yeah,
I went through actual buds.
They wish every
They
night
put
you couldn't
scuba gear
swim.
on you and try to claw it off of you underwater,
Yeah,
like the SEAL
exactly.
training.
Yeah.
Anyway, interesting. Have you ever done swim classes, Bjorn?
Yeah, when I was like 5, but not anymore.
Do you remember it, or were you just told you did it? Okay.
No, I remember. I
I
didn't
guess you're
hate
young
it.
enough to where you remember being
He's only
5.
7. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's 13, of course,
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
Twitch.
yeah,
So
old
don't
thinking,
ban
of
us.
course,
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So, well, that's odd. Besides that, how has summer been going for you? When do you go back to school?
August 17th, and summer.
God, that's early, man. Back in
August
my day-
17th.
Yeah, dude. I remember this. Back in my day, we would return to school in early September.
Yeah.
And then it started being weird because we kept getting out of school earlier and then going back earlier. And it was like late August by the time I graduated high school. And I don't know why that happened, but I guess the trend is continuing. Weird. But anyway, that's cool. Have you been playing a lot of Warzone?
Nope.
Cool, man. Why? Bored
I haven't
or
had time. I
no
haven't had time.
Yeah, it sucks. Do you still have a bedtime during the summer?
Yeah, but it's an hour later.
What time is that? 11?
9:30.
9:30.
Rip.
How long between 9:30 and you being unconscious is it?
3 hours. 4 hours.
That sounds about right. That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So you're just sitting in bed, just bored as shit.
Yep.
Are you able to use a phone or anything?
Nope. Not at night. So dumb.
So
Really?
are you not allowed to, or are you not able
Yeah,
to? Because
I'm
those
not
are different
allowed to.
questions. Okay,
I'm not
but you
allowed
are
to.
able to, is what I'm being told.
Well, yeah, but
Okay, got it. So you disobey your parents, you're a shit child. Got it.
True.
What?
Cool, man. Cool, man. We won't send this
No,
to your
okay.
parents, don't worry.
both.
Oh, okay, you're not even able
Yeah.
to. Okay, got
Yeah.
it. Cool.
He's
All right,
he's hiding in
well,
his closet right now. It's confirmed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's whispering so hard right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude.
His dad's just staring. His dad's glaring at him right now with a belt, and he's just doing this move right now. Just don't fuck this up, kid.
Yeah. Right.
Super interesting. Well, that's cool. What grade are you going in? What? Nope, don't answer that. Never mind.
It doesn't matter because they don't know.
Okay. Then what?
All right,
Seventh.
yeah,
I'm going
7th grade. Okay.
Wow.
And you were held back a year, which is why you're not going into 8th grade, because
Yeah,
you
yeah,
are,
of
of course,
course, of course,
13.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes.
oh, that's
Mhm,
cool,
mhm.
man. Little middle school, little middle buddy. Fun, man. Fun. 7th grade, I think, is like the worst year. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but it's like the worst year for a lot of people, because right in the middle of middle school, so it's just a shit year. You're not
It
the
is kind of
youngest,
weird. Yeah. It is a
Yeah.
weird one.
but you're not you're not one of the cool 8th graders yet, you know?
It's like being a sophomore in high school. Pretty much. It's just like worthless almost. It's
You're
like
just shit.
It's like when you're a junior, you look forward the entire time, like, oh, I'm going to be a senior next year. And then you're a senior, and then you have to take about 3 classes, and then you get out at noon every day because you have an open period or some shit. If you're dumb, if you're smart, you're taking all AP classes. But yeah, it's like that one year that's just, it's like, cool, man. It's just right in the middle and just awful.
Yeah. So hang in there, Bjorn. It'll go by quickly. And then you get to be a freshman, and that's fun.
Don't get beat up.
And exciting. Well, hopefully not. You make friends, I'm sure you wouldn't. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, Bjorn, anything you wanted to add, share, ask? The floor is yours.
Nothing.
Cool, dude.
Cool, man.
Cool.
Cool. So I have a question for you, Bjorn. Do you know what a contraction is?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Because you just said, well, you're dumb. So, which is, of course, a possessive.
Okay. I'll update it.
That's
He
a
said
tangent.
I'll update it.
Let's get an update.
Let's get a little update here. Bjorn, how is
There we
it?
go.
How is it
Huge.
playing Warzone with Team EXE Raidon?
Great.
When did this happen?
few weeks ago.
About a month. Few weeks ago. Yeah.
How did you do that?
I was. I don't know. He said type !join because I was in chat, and he's like, "We're playing with viewers." Do you like
Huge.
join?"
How'd the games go? How many games did you play with them?
Like 4. We of course won every game, and I had double digits every game, of course.
Damn.
Oh, you got
Rebirth?
carried.
Oh, well,
Just
I had
kidding.
more kills than Raid on.
Whoa, watch
Well,
it.
we'll edit that out, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah. Team EXE win?
Yeah,
What?
EXE Bjorn.
EXE Bjorn, dude. Bjorn Kovacs. Do you use Kovacs, Bjorn?
I literally was doing it like 30 minutes ago. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He
Very
stays
cool.
on that grind, dude. Not playing
He's-
Warzone, but he's just Kovacking it up.
Yeah,
Any
he keeps that.
Vackers?
He keeps that thing on him. That vax on him, dude.
Yeah, true.
He's a pro vaxer, pro Kovaxer. I don't know what's going on.
Cool,
So
dude.
anyway, So okay, Bjorn, nothing to share, nothing to add. That's fine if not. Just want to make sure. Cool, man.
Cool.
Cool, dude.
Cool.
All right, well, Bjorn, thanks for calling in, buddy. Thanks for the support. How is crypto mining going? Before I let you go, actually.
Oh, it's terrible right now, but it was
Really?
Yeah.
Are you
It's really
still
bad.
only mining Bitcoin, or are you doing other currencies?
Ethereum.
Ethereum, and that's not looking great either.
They're all
That's too
really
bad.
down right now.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks, but
Yep.
hopefully that looks up. The
Well,
crypto
that's what he-
market's always crazy.
I mean, that's
so-
what he gets for destroying the environment, right?
That's crazy.
Well, we'll keep that in mind for sure. So, all right, Bjorn, where can people find you, bud?
Bjorn Dropshot everywhere.
Huge. Twitch, Twitter,
Yep, literally everything.
got it.
Let's go.
TikTok.
Yep.
OnlyFans.
Watch it.
Well, whoa.
Watch it.
Whoa, that's a joke.
Whoa, watch it.
All right, Bjorn. Bjorn Dropshot, BJORNDROPSHOT. Find him on Twitch. He is he's twisted for a child, and it's going to be interesting to see Bjorn's performance when he's like 17 to 19. If he keeps up on that Kovacs, he's going to be pretty twisted. So
Yeah.
get in now, get in early, as they say, and you can be graced when he's famous by his
The next
his
ninja.
presence. Yeah, the next. Well, hopefully not.
Well,
Fuck Ninja. Ninja's fine, I guess. I don't care. All right, Bjorn, thanks for calling in, buddy. We love you. We appreciate you. And have a good rest of your day. And stick it out if you have to go back to Middle Eastern bombing campaign training, also known as drone flying school.
Okay, thanks, guys.
All right, man. Later.
Yeah.
later, dude. Appreciate it.
That was Bjorn.
That was Bjorn. Cool. Well, I guess we'll just end here on Santeria, yeah?
Let's end it up. Are you ready, bud?
Yeah.
Cool, man. Santeria, bad at the game. You are
Ooh.
live. I am not insulting you. I'm merely reading your name.
You're stating facts is what you're doing.
Well, that facts, according to you.
Factor
facts.
cap. Yeah.
Factor
Facts.
cap. Santeria, how you doing, man?
I'm all right, man. How you been?
Good, dude. Hot.
Yeah,
good.
same.
Well,
Yeah.
Let's get a temperature check. What are we at? Because it's hot here today, boys. It's like 94, 95 outside, 93.
It's only 89 in my room right now.
Oh, he says only
Only
89. My
89.
God.
It'll get worse. Trust me.
I
Don't
need to
worry.
actually get that exact same
I
thermometer.
have two. I can give you one.
Oh, cool.
Split
So,
those to me too.
because I almost think it's broken. I just almost think that, right?
If
Does the other one
if
show?
it was 92 or 90 degrees in my house, I would go stay in a hotel room.
Yeah. Well, he.
You got okay. It's not broken. You guys are just you don't understand. You everyone thinks I'm lying. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but everyone thinks I'm lying when I say it's entirely too hot in my room, like I'm making it up or something. So then you just literally don't believe the fucking mercury in the thermometer.
Cool, man.
Cool, man. Cool.
No, I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just saying I couldn't do it.
Yeah. What's the humidity
you're,
there?
You're nice. You're good, Santeria. I'm talking about Tanner. Tanner doesn't believe the thermometer because he thinks I'm a liar.
I don't believe
and
the fake
fuck
news.
Tanner.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool, man. It's a joke. It's a dummy thermometer. Anyways, yeah, Santeria, how have you been? Have you been playing much Warzone, Cold War?
No.
Anything?
Fuck
No.
no.
Whoa. Just not doing anything?
I mean, I've been playing, like Outriders and some Apex because, I died one too many times by somebody I couldn't see, so I just jumped over to Apex for a little while.
That's smart. How is Apex these days?
I have never ever died to somebody I didn't see.
That sounds fun, actually.
It is super sweaty though. Like it's sweatier than Warzone even.
How many cheaters are there in Apex? Is there a problem?
I've never seen a cheater in Apex.
Wow. Imagine.
Yeah, it's
That's cool.
fantastic.
That's cool. Do you play with a crew or do you like queue solo usually?
No, I've got a couple friends that play it.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah, half my friends won't even fucking install Warzone again.
Ooh. Yeah.
Well, they're smart people. You good friends.
Yeah, they're smart. They're smarter than I am because every couple days I'll go back to it just to remember that I hate it.
God, it's so bad.
That just
Yeah.
goes to show. That just goes to show you how many just average players of the game are just done with it because they've died to so many cheaters. It's like, you
Yeah,
know,
it was
we just always see like the big content creators and shit all still playing the game, but it's like, dude, for like the average person, so many people have just stopped playing. It's crazy.
Yeah, the skill base like in there is just absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
Like I tried the sweaty thing for a while, just like the constant slide canceling, jumping around corners, and then I realized I don't have fun doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have the energy to be smashing keys constantly.
It's tiring.
I know. I agree. With 150 people in a lobby, if you did only connection based, you would still have challenging games every game. Because if it's random 150 people, if you make it to the final circle, the other team's going to be pretty good too. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like it would just be like when we get easy lobbies, it's so obvious that they're skill-based matchmaking because even the second place team is fucking dog shit. And it's just free as fuck. And if this was just a regular ass random lobby, that would never happen. Because whatever team makes it to second place would be pretty good. They'd have to be.
And I told you last calling about my friend Nate, right?
Wait, no.
Oh,
Nate.
Probably. What about it though? I don't remember.
His name's Nate. He's black, but he's very, he doesn't care about anything.
Yes,
And,
I remember now. Yes,
And,
that's of course.
So he goes by that Nate. So I told you I got banned for the hit.
Yes,
And,
I
the
remember
first
now. Yeah.
5 games I played after I got a new account going, it was just, you can understand why there's skill-based matchmaking once you hit those lobbies for the first few games. Like, there's just people looking at the ground, shooting their gun when they're in a gunfight with you and stuff.
Yeah.
Those people do need to be protected because they would never
Yes, they
log
do.
on and play again. Yeah, certain people for sure, 100% need to just be protected.
Yeah. And that's not what we've always said, but that's what I've been saying for quite a while now, is I think bottom like 30% maybe should have their own SBMM, but everyone else is just connection based only.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. Because there are some people that are like literally disabled and they should be able to like have fun and be competitive too. But also children and old people, whatever. Sure, keep them in their own bracket. I don't need to play against someone who's a 0.3. But once we get relatively average, let's do connection based, please. That's kind of where I've always been.
Yeah, I don't know what happened the last couple of weeks. I went from a 1.22 down to like a 9 or 0.98.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's always what happens in Warzone. It's kind of odd, actually. Whenever there's a new season or a new big update, the games are so much harder every single time. Every single time. It's like everyone comes back, and the more people there are, the more strict SBMM can be, because there are more people at your exact skill level they can put in your lobby.
Well, if they bring server browser back this time again with Battlefield, I'll be trading you guys in for Dubfire.
Cool,
Really
man.
interesting.
See ya.
That's
See ya.
cool, man, for me.
No, I love the podcast regardless. You guys are funny as shit.
Thank you. You're a Battlefield player then.
Not the most recent ones, obviously, but like Battlefield 2, Battlefield 1942, Battlefield Vietnam.
Oh yeah.
2142, played all those.
Yeah.
Which is your favorite?
Oh, Battlefield 2.
Yeah.
Interesting.
100%.
Sometimes I look at that with just nostalgia, and I'm like, fuck, I wonder if I could find a server if I turn this out.
Strike at Karkin 24/7, dude.
Yep, that
Oh,
Shark Peninsula were the shit.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's what you always hear people talk about their favorite Battlefield games, and it's always Battlefield 3 and 4. It's like the same thing when people talk about COD games. It's always like Modern Warfare 2, because it's like half of these people were so young.
Boomers.
Yeah, like half of these people were so young when like Battlefield 2 was out that they never played it. Like Battlefield 2 was just entirely just new and different. I mean, like Battlefield 1942, I remember playing that. It's weird looking back too, because like you look at those maps, there's just like no bushes on them, dude. Like they are bare bones.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just like
buildings. You can't go
it's
inside.
just gunfights. Yeah, I mean,
God, that sounds so fun.
it's just
dude.
all
Fuck.
gunfights. Nobody camping. Like you can see people from so far away, no visibility issues, and it's crazy because the graphics were obviously awful, but it's like they just didn't. There wasn't a lot of detail, and it was dude. That was fun.
Imagine an FPS
Battlefield
with
2 is
just
the best Battlefield
gunfights.
of all time, for sure. Battlefield Vietnam was fun, too. I didn't play that a lot, because that was not nearly as popular as a lot of the other games. But that was... Not enough people do Vietnam games. Like, the only Vietnam games now are, like, realism ones, pretty much. Like, Red Orchestra, shit like that, where it's you get, like, hit once and your arm's fucking just blown off. Games like that. It's like, I want somebody like Battlefield or Call of Duty to make a good Vietnam game.
Yeah.
I love the Vietnam setting, but because of how the jungle is,
How it is now for how they make games, yeah.
it would be real tough to see people unless they really helped fix that problem, and I don't have faith in EA or Activision to do it.
That's the thing with these like new games too, is like back then there wasn't all those like detailed shadows. So now that the shadows are so detailed, like somebody will sit in a bush that's very detailed, and then there will be trees that are casting shadows, and so they're dark in that shadow sitting in a bush, and it's like it's just so hard to see people. Old games just didn't have that because it just didn't exist. They would just be next to a bush. So it's like, yeah, you could
whole sentence just reminded me why I don't play Warzone.
Yeah, literally. So fuck Jake. He can't see people. He's fucking lying. It's just not possible, but yeah.
True. Yeah. So what system did you say you were on last time?
I upgraded to PC in January or February.
Are you on the sticks or the keys?
Keys, yeah.
Huge, dude.
Yeah, I went from I got a Series X, and then I was using mouse and keyboard on that, and then I think it was just because the lack of support for mouse and keyboard on other games I got on PC.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool, man. What was I gonna ask you? Holy shit, I forgot what I was gonna ask. There's a reason for that question, but I forget what it was. But anyways, how did that transition go from controller to keyboard and mouse?
Oh, well, I'm absolute ass on controller. I grew up playing obviously Battlefield 2 was just a PC game.
Yeah.
And so I grew up playing PC games, and then at some point in my life I was not living at my parents anymore and poor, so I had to get a console.
I see. Okay. So you're at home on the keys then, yeah.
Wait, what were those?
That makes sense. I'm excited for this new Battlefield. Sounds like you are too.
I'm very excited for it.
What are your predictions about 2142 based on what we know so far?
I really don't. I'm kind of hoping just for decent vehicle play. I want to have my own server where you can in Battlefield games you can usually choose if you want vehicles on and off or off in the map, and what maps you want on your rotation and shit like that. Like I plan on getting a server for that reason.
Okay. Well, hopefully there's a server browser. There might not be.
No, that would be horrible.
Yeah, it would be, but there could be reasons why they would not do it. I wouldn't be surprised either way, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I would cross your fingers on that. And did you hear news that there's going to be bots in their biggest modes?
Yeah, to fill the lobbies, I did hear that.
What are your thoughts on that?
I've played games that did bot fills before, and like, it's always just a disappointment, right? You get in a fight with another team, and you absolutely rape them, and you're all proud of yourself, and then you look at the names, and there's some generic bot names, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
think it's really dumb. I don't know.
I know we're all complaining about it, but I don't think we'll see that issue for a long time because the player base should be big enough that I don't think you'll see lobbies filled with 64 bots for... I mean, if the game's a disaster, then we could see that as early as 3 to 6 months post-launch. But it's like, if the game is in a decent state and it's like fun for the average person, we won't see lobbies full of 64 bots for at least a year out. I mean, that's like way down. I think they're just doing that to kind of future-proof the game a little bit so that mode doesn't just die off right away.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense because like games don't usually have that high of player bases, or like max players. So that makes sense. I don't think it'll be it is dumb, but I don't think it'll be a massive issue. If there's just like there's that many people in a lobby and there's 4 bots, then it's like I don't care. As long as there's not 64 of them every time I load in. Then that just isn't fun. I'll just play offline and shoot bots.
Yeah, if we do get lucky, there's server browsers. I'm sure you can see how many actual people are in the server you're joining. So
Yeah, actual people versus AI bots. Yeah.
yeah.
So you said you're a vehicle player in Battlefield?
Oh yeah, I used to love to get a
Yikes.
jet or just fucking
Yeah.
fly the helicopter while my homie's just raping people walking underneath us. I know.
So why did your parents dislike you as a kid? Was it your fault?
Oh yeah, no, it
or-
was my fault.
Interesting. Did they
I was a
discover you use
horrible
tanks?
kid.
Yeah. Interesting. I
No,
fucking
see-
hate all the vehicles in Battlefield. However, it does make sense that they're in the game because otherwise it would just be like some huge Call of Duty map.
See,
basically.
it goes both ways. What I'm saying is like I like the infantry better personally, like when I'm fresh, but once I get pissed off and shit, then I can just get in a helicopter.
Yeah.
Be happy
Yeah.
again.
That's how it was for Razinon Battlefield 5. We were getting shit
Actually-
on all night, so I'm like, cool, I just got a tank. So I parked my tank 20 feet from his AA gun, and he killed all the planes that came overhead, and I blew everything else up. I mean, you kind of just, you have to. After a while, after getting killed by a tank or an airplane so many times, you just can't. It's like dying to cheaters, right? But I can do something about it in this case. I'm not going to go cheat. So I'm like, cool,
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit in a tank all day. But that is, I get it, that is Battlefield, but it still is very frustrating. I think a lot of changes could be made to like the vehicle balance in their games. Granted, it's not easy to balance vehicles like that because it's,
You just find a server without vehicles, right?
I don't know, can you? We haven't found that in Battlefield 5. Can you do that?
The only way
Oh,
in Battlefield 5, it's tied to the game mode. So the only way to play without vehicles is to play like team deathmatch, which is fucking dumb. Like I'm
Yeah.
not playing
Oh,
Battlefield to
okay.
play 6v6. You know?
Well,
I
it's
didn't
not
know Battlefield had
6v6.
6v6.
It's not 6v6. I don't know what it is. It's like 20 versus 20, but it's still just not. It's not. It's like people are camping weird angles. It's just dumb. TDM just always sucks. TDM, the game mode, needs to just not exist anymore, right?
I agree. Let's
Give
stop
me
it.
anything. I don't care if I'm not going to cap the flags. Let me play domination instead. It flows better than TDM.
Oh, especially on a map that fucking big.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for Battlefield, but I do want to kind of get into when it comes out if I end up playing it a bit. I kind of want to get good at using the actual planes, like being a fucking like a pilot, dude.
Oh,
Just
I was
fucking
a fucking nerd, right? I had a
strafing.
joystick in front of my keyboard.
Oh,
Really?
he's that guy that I was telling you about,
He's
dude.
that guy, dude.
I was telling Raz that I was like, people that fly planes in this game and they're rank 500 and they go 150 and 0, like those guys are usually actually on a joystick. I'm like, that's how fucking nerdy they are. They have joysticks.
Does the joystick actually give you a significant benefit over a mouse, or is it just more fun?
It's you have to get used to it, but
It's hard to get used to.
It doesn't
Well,
really give you a benefit.
It does, because you can just turn the joystick and your plane will keep going right, versus a mouse, you have to keep sliding it or just put your sensitivity super high, and then that'll mess other
you don't
things
have
up.
to- You have
It
to
has
lift the mouse and
Yeah, it has a lot of benefits, and you can tell, like on Battlefield 5, if you're, or like in any Battlefield game, if you're going up against somebody with a joystick, because you'll like every once in a while you'll have to kind of end up going straight as you move your mouse back and then push it over again, and then they just keep making those sharp turns, and then all of a sudden they're behind you, fucking you in the ass.
Yeah, definitely. If you're in like a dogfight, it would definitely be an advantage.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's cool, dude.
I mean, I'm a certified pilot.
Joystick. It's that simple.
I have one from Microsoft Flight Simulator, dude. I'm a certified pilot on there, so.
I'm excited out now, dude.
You're such a
Can
rat.
you get it
Helicopters
like a custom game and
are
just
way
practice?
more fun. Helicopters are way more fun, dude. Getting two
Battlefield
people.
2, you could. I have no idea if you can in the newer ones, where you just set
Yeah.
up a 64-player map and just pop in by yourself.
They have something like that, because I've seen Enders like go into some single player like offline thing where you can like change attachments and like test your. It's like a big firing range and shit too. So I would imagine they have something like that for the vehicles, because especially when like each faction will have like 4 different tanks, they have to have some offline mode to practice those if you want.
Yeah.
So it's there. I think we just haven't seen it.
Yeah. Interesting. That sounds fun, dude. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
It's definitely different. It gives you more options in one game.
Do you still have your joystick?
No, that was Battlefield 2 days.
Oh,
I'm gonna go
okay,
beat.
yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I
Cool.
haven't delved into a Battlefield game on PC since then.
Interesting. Yeah. I'm excited for the next Battlefield. And this will, of course, be a Battlefield podcast at that time, because fuck Warzone. But, anyways, anyways,
I'm
Santeria,
hoping they surprise us this year somehow with fucking COD. Who knows?
dude, I'm actually more optimistic for Battlefield than for Call of Duty, because Call of Duty can drop the ball again and they're still going to make a fuck ton of money, and I think they know that. Whereas with
Oh.
EA, I mean, the company would survive if the next Battlefield flopped, but I don't know if the Battlefield franchise would.
If both COD and Battlefield flop, I'm just selling my computer, right? Fuck it.
Yeah, I know, for real. Yeah, we'll see, but I am fairly optimistic about the next Battlefield, but I don't know as much and I don't look into it as much, but
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Oh, I pre-ordered it, so I'll know on.
Oh
10
yeah,
in a
we
second.
pre-ordered the one
Because-
just to get the
because I'm
game a week
retarded and
early
haven't-
too.
Haven't learned a lesson. Yeah.
Yeah, we're dumb. Yeah, we just yeah.
Dude,
Anyway,
Black
Go ahead, Jim.
Helicopters. I wonder if COD puts out their beta that, of course, nobody's gonna care about.
Black helicopter.
Like the same weekend that Battlefield
Ooh.
launches, because that'd be in October. That would kind of make sense, right?
they could.
Cool, man.
It would fuck them a little bit too, though.
Well, again, nobody cares anyways, so they may as
doesn't
well.
matter,
Yeah,
yeah.
nobody. The Vanguard beta will be the least played beta of all time for a Call of Duty game, probably. So
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen less hype for a AAA game before.
that's. Do you remember last year at this point, even, or 2 years ago too, going from BO4 to Modern Warfare, Raz, when everyone was just like waiting for this shit? We are almost in July. Nobody says a goddamn thing about
That is
Vanguard.
such a good point.
Not a thing. Same thing with Cold War last year. Even people were like, dude, where's the trailer at? What's going on? And then the game came out and now just nobody plays it anymore. And at this, so it's just each year it's gotten worse and worse. And now it's just nobody even talks about it anymore. They could just, it can hit December and then just not even launch a game and nobody would even notice. They're like, oh shit, was a game supposed to come out, dude? Was Vanguard supposed to release last month? What?
Dude,
I
didn't
got
even
Modern
see
Warfare
Zero
based
hype.
on a fluke. I was like, Outer Worlds seems cool and releases today, so I went to GameStop because I had an Xbox, and they were like, "Oh, Modern Warfare came out today too," and I was like, "There's a Modern Warfare game coming out? Dope! Let me try this."
Yeah. Damn.
Because
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 3 was the last Call of Duty I played before.
Which is a good Call of Duty, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Average.
very good Call of Duty. Well,
Cool, man.
but anyways, Cap. What was I gonna say? I forget again. God, I'm in a blender. Anyway, whatever. Santeria, anything you want to ask, say, expound upon? Go ahead.
Nah, just keep doing what you're doing. I love the show.
Thanks, dude.
Cool.
Love the
Cool,
show, hate
man.
Warzone.
Yeah. That's most listeners.
I don't think anyone even plays Call of
Wild,
Duty
yeah.
anymore that
Us
listens.
Also, by the way, I fucking hate Warzone, but here I am playing it every day because I'm an idiot. But anyway, cool, man. All right, well, Santeria, thanks for calling in again, dude. Nice to hear your attractive male voice.
Jeez.
If you have any plugs, now's the time.
Same as the last time. Go ahead and subscribe to gift_curse on Twitch.
Huge.
Well, how much did he pay you?
Nothing yet.
Fuck gift. I'm so
He's-
mad he won the tournament again. I'm malding about it, dude.
Santeria's on a
Furious.
referral program.
Yeah.
We'll see how many subs Gift gets. Santeria's
Gift
gonna
has
get
a lot
nice
of-
little kickback.
A lot of. I can't say that word on Twitch because it's banned.
Oh, SIM.
Yeah, SIMPS. Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple people.
I don't know what you heard about me, but I'm a motherfucking SIMP.
Cool, man. Don't ever
Cool,
do
All
that.
right,
man.
guys.
All right, dude. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate
it.
Thanks for calling in. Appreciate you, buddy. And we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Hopefully. Bye bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the call-ins. That perfect timing there.
Absolutely concludes the call-ins. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Good timing. Good timing. was a good number of people too, because we could talk to everyone
Yeah.
quite a bit, which was fun and exciting. So that's it for the call-ins. Thank you, boys and girls, for calling in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And thanks, of course, for being a supporter. If you wanted to call in, it's available on a roughly first come, first serve basis at the end of each month, last Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific time, to our Platinum and Damascus patrons. Patreon.com/thedropshot if you want to get in on that. Join the fucking Discord, of course. Patreon is the best way to support the program. You get bonus stuff. We get the biggest cut of your hard-earned dollars that you're wasting on this show. So very much appreciated. Once again, hope you guys enjoyed. And once again, thank you for your participation. We will be back tonight for an episode of the program, and we will be back next month for another call-in. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Have an excellent evening. Of course, and as always, remember, stay
Humble?
humble.
Cool, man. Stay
Whoa,
humble.
we said it at
Cool,
the same
man.
time.